So far, we went into some of those consoles that Sega released in the US, even the one that was the start to the end of Sega's console-making days. Now it's time to put the final nail in the coffin for Sega, and that is the Dreamcast, the console that caused Sega to stop making consoles. So far, the only successful console that Sega has released was the Genesis. The Saturn was new, with the ability to display both 2D and 3D graphics. However, due to the dual CPU architecture, which made it hard to program for, and its surprise launch, which angered most retailers, it soon lost to the PlayStation, along with the failure of the Genesis add-on, the 32X. Sony had a massive foothold in the console market. On top of their failing financials and getting their first financial loss, Sega CEO Nakayama soon resigned in January of 1998, and they soon had to consolidate all their losses, but not before discontinuing the Saturn in the US, to prepare for its successor, which would soon leave the US market without any games from Sega for over a year. Sega then spread a rumor of their next console before the last Saturn game was sold. As early as 1995, reports of Sega looking to collaborate with someone to create a new graphics processing unit, along with conflicting reports that said it was going to be used in a new 64-bit console called the Saturn II, or at least a peripheral. However, due to the Saturn's poor market performance, Sega's CEO wanted to look outside their own internal hardware department division for a new console. So Sega turned to IBM to work on a secret project called Black Belt. However, still dealing with the setbacks that had occurred with the Saturn's high performance cost and complex software, Sega had to take a whole new approach. Like the other consoles they designed, the Dreamcast was to work with two parallel subsystems that would work with each other. But what they came up with was more like what was found in personal computers than in video game consoles, thus reducing the cost and enabling software development to start before the kits were even produced. And Sega soon told developers that any game made with a Pentium 2 200 processor would work on the Dreamcast. The next thing that Sega had announced that was to be added to the Dreamcast was a modem with every console, despite the overcost of about $15 per unit to do. And to help with the changes in home-delivered data, Sega designed the modem to be a module, and also they had designed to go with a GDR-ROM instead of a CD-ROM, which would be mass-produced at the same price. Once all was said and done, Sega then held a contest to figure out the name of their brand new console, and after reviewing over 5,000 entries, they ultimately came up with the Dreamcast, a combo of the words dream and broadcast. It was rumored that Japanese game developer Kenji Ino came up with the name and familiar spiral logo, but Sega has never confirmed it. The total cost between development of hardware and software and massively expensive promotion budget, which looked more like the amount invested into making a new automobile, the Dreamcast would soon launch. Despite the huge loss that the Saturn had cost, with a 75% loss and half a year's loss just before the Dreamcast was to launch in Japan, Sega felt confident about the Dreamcast, and soon pre-orders were coming for it. Thus Sega announced the next Sonic game, Sonic Adventures, would arrive in time for the launch and would be demonstrated at the Tokyo Forum Hall. However, due to the shortage of Power VR chipsets that caused a major malfunctioning failure, Sega couldn't reach their shipment goals, since more than half of its limited supply, causing Sega to stop pre-orders on January 27th of 1998. The Dreamcast was launched in Japan with a price of 29,000 yen, which converts to about $264.04 here in the States. Even though the Dreamcast sold out quickly, that couldn't be said for 2 out of the 3 games that were also released at launch, except for Virtua Fighter 3. On September 9th, 1999, Sega then released the Dreamcast in the United States at the price of $199, to which Sega dubbed 9999, and also had 18 launch titles also released for it in the US, thus setting a new sales record with selling over 225,132 units within a 24-hour period of time. And within 2 weeks, the US sales reached over 500,000 units, and a new game was added such as Sonic's Adventure and Soul Calibur and NFL 2K. Thus, on November 4th, Sega had sold over 1 million units. However, a major glitch was found that caused some defective GDR-ROMs. The reception for the Dreamcast at launch was good, with Next Generation rating it a 4 out of 5 on December of 1999, stating, "If you want the most powerful system available now, showcasing the best graphics at a reasonable price, this system is for you." However, they rated the system prognosis a 3 out of 5, stating that Sony's PlayStation 2 would deliver a superior product the next year. IGN in 2009 had rated the Dreamcast as the 8th greatest console of all time, giving credit to innovations in software that the system had, and even praising it that it had a modem for online gameplay. On September of 2000, a meeting was held in which it was recommended that Sega abandon making consoles altogether and focus on software instead. This causing studio heads to just walk out, and soon on January 31st, 2001, Sega announced that they will discontinue the Dreamcast on March 21st, and would soon follow more and more price reductions to try to eliminate any unsold units, and the final price was at a low of $49.95, with the last and final unit being autographed by 6 of the studio heads and given away in a contest held by GamePro. The Dreamcast demise can be attributed to the hype the PS2 was getting at the time, no support from big developers such as EA and Squaresoft, as well with their focus on hardcore gamers and poor timing, and the fact that they had some really poor decisions with their previous console releases. Some of the more notable games that came out for the Dreamcast are Headhunter, Seaman, Sega Bass Fishing, Space Channel 5, Quake 3 Arena, NFL 2K2, Dead or Alive 2, Sonic Adventures, Jet Set Radio, and Crazy Taxi. Well, by this time I was playing systems like the N64 and the PS2, mainly PS2, but I do remember playing games like Crazy Taxi and enjoying the game a lot, even though I like to call the Dreamcast the Flopcast due to the fact that, in my own opinion, it had a very small game library and had issues with the online gameplay. I would also like to give the Dreamcast credit for helping bring in such things as Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. However, it just couldn't compete with the N64, which still had some relevance at that time, and Sony's PS2, which was gaining traction at the time as well. If you had a Dreamcast back in the day, or still have one now, let me know down in the comments below. I'm Paul saying peace out and stay frosty. Hey, I'm glad you made it to the end. Thanks for watching, and I just want to say a couple things before we finish this video off. Just to let you know, I do have a Patreon, and the Patreon helps support the channel in any way possible for, and I do have a Teespring shop as well with some great quality merch that you can buy as well. Links for both will be in the description. Again, thanks for watching, and peace out and stay frosty.